expandable metal hose. This one comes with the nozzle, comes with the handle, and today we have it for you at a great clearance price. You can get a 50-foot hose for less than $40. Or you can get a 75-foot hose for less than $50. When usually, you know, when you're thinking about like market retail prices, you're like at $1 per foot of hose. Today, you're getting it here at a great value, and you're getting a more superior hose. And 93915 is your item number. Christopher Joyce is here to talk to us all about it. You are doing what I love so much, right? Because the thing is that every other hose, you've got a fabric hose, it doesn't do this.
No.
You've got a rubber hose,
Definitely
no way
not.
it doesn't do
exactly.
this. This is the lightest weight hose. It's the easiest one to wrap up and put away when you want to put it away, and it never ever rusts.
Yeah, exactly, because it's that 302 stainless steel, which is incredible stainless steel. You may see other metal hoses out here, but this is the original, created by John Yiser and his daughter, and you can see how super flexible. We call it spiralized stainless steel. It kind of just snakes between the garden. It's not going to get caught on things. It resists the sun, and it's super, super durable. And get this, no kink, which we'll show in just a
no
second.
kink, no puncture. If you ever had a fabric hose, like the second you run it by your roses, boom, like you're done. It's garbage,
exactly
right? Okay, so we've got color choices for you. Now, remember, you can choose either the 50-foot or the 75-foot. If you want the 75-foot, that is only available in the sand.
Oh, okay.
If you want the 50-foot, the 50-foot is available in the sand. We also have it for you in the lavender. There's the moss. We also have cobalt blue. And then last but not least, there is your graphite. 93915 is your item number. Okay, let's get into this.
Yeah, let's get into it. Now, I want to show you what makes this also very special is the fact that you are getting a fireman's hose nozzle, but not just any fireman's hose nozzle. Look how it's almost like carrying a watering can.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's really easy to use. But what I want to show you is this is truly a no-kink hose. So I put two 50-foot hoses together. I knotted. I mean, I think there's over 40 knots in every single one of these hoses.
Wow.
So this is showing you that no matter how many knots or you would consider kinks, look at this, you still have full power.
That's a lot of pressure.
All this knotted hose, no problem at all. And then with that fireman's hose nozzle, look at this. You can dial it down to a nice spray. It's an infinite nozzle, so it's going to go from that spray to that jet nozzle. And the beautiful thing is you're losing no pressure because it is a truly no kink hose that's easy to hold with an infinite fireman's nozzle.
And I will tell you, if you have a rubber hose, like the very first hose I ever bought for my house when I moved here was like a really expensive $100 hose. I was like, I'm going to get a good hose for the house. It kinked once. That one spot, it's like it bruises or scars. It never unkinks again. This will never ever kink. And I've had my Bernini hose for I think like 4 years. I leave it out all winter. I leave it out all summer. I never put it away, and it is like brand new every single year.
And it's flexible even in the cold. Now, I want you to take a look at this. Pretend that you've actually stored your hose because this is an expandable hose. I'm going to have Kevin turn on the water. Watch what this is going to do.
That's what
You're
we mean by
seeing expanding up 30 to 40% of its size, and then I'm going to turn this on, and it's going to contract. So it's just easier to store. As I turn this on, look at how it contracts in size. So particularly when you put it on a hose reel, it's just going to make it that much easier. I'm going to shut it off again, have Kevin turn it on, and there you can see that's what makes it truly expandable, and that's basically the new feature that we've offered over the past couple of seasons.
So it makes it easier to store. It makes it easier for you to, or lighter weight, quite frankly, for you to, you know, carry around.
Exactly right.
You're not fighting with the hose. You know, one of the biggest, you know, kind of like most annoying things to do is to water your garden. Right? No, for real. It's like you got to drag the hose around.
Right, but now you don't have to.
Nope.
And get this, 75 feet is about 6 pounds. The 50-foot is only 4 pounds.
Wow.
And look how easy this is. I'm putting two together. I put a 50-foot, and now I'm putting a 75-foot. Can you imagine trying to do this with a regular hose?
Yeah, which one is this in my hand?
That's a 75-foot.
This is a 75-foot hose.
And it weighs 6 pounds.
Look at that. I mean, you could throw that in your purse.
Exactly.
No, for real. That's how tiny it is. You can throw it in your purse. And you see commercials all the time for like those fabric hoses. I'm telling you, you pay more money for the fabric hoses, and they are garbage. Today we have for you the 50-foot or the 75-foot. Now the 50-foot The 75-foot is very popular. That one is only available in our sand option.
Okay.
The 50-foot is available in all of our other choices. So there's your sand, there's your lavender, there's your moss, that's your cobalt. This one is your graphite. So just make your choice based on that. But this is also the difference between, because you can Google metal garden hoses.
Can, absolutely.
And you will find metal garden hoses. All of those other hoses copied this hose.
That's right. This was developed by John Yiser and his daughter, who invents the fountains here that we have. But take a look at this. Your typical other garden hose that is metal is going to rust because it does not have that high-end stainless steel like this one does. It's not going to rust. And as you say, no matter what the weather is, you can keep this hose out. You could practically run it over with a car.
Yeah, well, you can.
Yeah.
Of course you can. You can go right over it with the car and it's not going to do anything. It's not going to kink. But here's the reason why you want to pick it up today. We have it for you at a clearance price. There's no reorder on this specific model. I will say, this is probably the best-selling hose we've ever had at QVC.
Yeah.
We've sold hundreds of thousands of these hoses, and every year we bring back new ones and new ones and new ones for you. The fact that you can get this one at such a great clearance price, yeah, I know, this is like the funniest
crazy,
thing ever.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, so this is like a torture track that's unbelievable because this is what you don't want to deal with. As you said, once you get that scar in the hose, no matter what you do, that kink is there and it becomes a low flow or no flow. Watch this. No matter how hard I try, whether it's a bed of roses or in this case a bed of nails, and then we have this torturous post of barbed wire and nails and screws, and what you're seeing is I'm dragging it across. It's not bursting, but watch this. We have full pressure through the fence posts, the crazy fence posts, and no problem at all. And then you have that infinite fireman's hose nozzle. It goes all the way down to that jet stream. And then we go back to
the pressure.
Right?
Trust me, you get the pressure with this.
No worry about pressure. In fact, I find that this hose, because of the way it's built, I find it actually increases the pressure in my home.
Well, yeah, because it's got like this super shot through it.
Correct.
Listen, today for $10, you can get home the 50-foot. That's your easy pay, or $12.50. Go for the 75-foot. Everybody's doing that.
I agree.
Makes a lot of sense. And I actually really love that sand color, too.
It's pretty.
But if you want the 50-foot, we have sand, lavender, moss, cobalt, and graphite. Check it out at QVC.com for $9 and change on easy pay and 93938. Thank you so much, Christopher. Okay, so listen, final item in the show, gardening on a budget. We've got a top-rated item for you. Ginger Walt, 2 weeks in a row, you're bringing me cute little critters. I love it. How are you?
Good. How
Ginger
you doing?
brings us